ಇನ್ನಿತ್ತ ವೆದರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಉಂಡು. ಸೊ ಇತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೋನ್ಲ ಗೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಟಿ.
building. They could have done it something more modern. The people's house. So everybody can. It's also still owned by the worker union. So if you are in Belgium, if you work here, if you're being paid too late, not on time, you can go there. They will try and fix it. If it doesn't help, then they will organize strikes. So if your train to the airport does not drive, it's also their fault and you have to complain there. Right. If you want to know about Belgian politics, feel free to ask me after. I study public administration, super interesting. By name, not by type. Good luck finding what you like. But it's all good, no Heineken on there, you cannot go wrong. Also, they sell all the Trappist beers, which is the best we have to offer. You can see them on the white billboards. It's not a type of beer, it's a circumstance of production. These are beers brewed by monks on abbey grounds, following a traditional recipe, and the profit the monks make has to go to charity. So if you need an excuse to drink, there you go, doing it for charity. Thank you very much. Now, they're all different as well, so you should really try them, and I would recommend try all of them. You have 11 in the world, of which these original 6 Belgian ones. The first one, Westmalle, I recommend to take a triple. It's a good golden ale, 9.2%, everything a Belgian beer should be. Chimay, you take the blue one, it's a dark beer, also 9.5%, but yeah, aromas of coffee, a bit of chocolate that you find in there, very heavy, dark beer. We call this dessert beers, because you drink one after eating and then you fall asleep. So, the last one of these. Orval is more like a pale ale, a bit sour. Then Westvleteren, the green one, if you can see it, is the most exclusive Belgian beer as its own glass. You're not allowed to serve whatever in whatever, that's just being a terrible waiter, it's also unprofessional. These different shapes of glass have a reason, you know. For example, in general, golden ales will have a lot of gas in it, so then you want a big foam top, and you will get tulip-shaped glasses like this one, which is basically half foam, and because it preserves the carbon. Then with abbey beers like the Rochefort, not a lot of foam, it's heavier, so then you want it more like a chalice, have it a bit of air feeling also. Then you get things like this. But you also have pretty crazy ones, like the one there. Yeah, go to the right if you want to see it. Yeah, on the poster. You might have seen this one before. I think it's the weirdest looking glass we have. Maybe, you never know. It's Kwak beer, it's 8.9%, it's a very good beer, and it looks like this for a very good reason. You see, it was invented by a Belgian man who had a terrible problem. He was a carriage driver. He was going around and driving people around on his carriage, but every time he got a beer, on the carriage, pavement roads, a horse, no suspension, his beer went kluk, 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 it flew everywhere. The poor man could not drink and drive. Oh no. So, he came up with this design. A wooden frame, which could be attached to the carriage, invented the cup holder as well. And that way the glass could swing a bit with gravity. And because of the thin middle, once you finish this part, the waves, they don't splash out. So you have found a way to safely drink and drive. Yes, Belgian ingenuity at its best. Only one problem with it: as you're drinking, because it's in the middle, the air bubbles go very quickly. So while you're drinking, you're quack, 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 which is why it's called Kwak beer. And by the time you get to the bottom part, you actually have to go very high before it comes out. And sometimes people go too far, you hear one big quack in your face, which you don't want. Or maybe you do. Now, they sell it in a lot of places, but here it's special because it's not normal Kwak from the bottle. No, they have it on tap. And they only serve it in the max variety, which means it's for the big boys, not 33 centiliter, nah, 1.2 liters. Yeah, equivalent of 4 beers. It's a big glass, it's a fancy glass, and in the beginning it was very popular. People were drinking it on the terrace in summer, yum, 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 yum. By the time you finish it, they were feeling a bit too brave, so they just felt like stealing it, running away with it, keeping the glass as a souvenir. Okay? But they're expensive, so here they were not too happy about it. And today you have to give a deposit to make sure you don't steal it. But not your ID, not some money, no, they only ask one of your shoes. Yeah. So you have to give a shoe, they will ring a bell, lower a basket from the ceiling, put your shoe in the basket, raise it again, and you only get your shoe back when you give back the glass, obviously. That way, you don't run away. And if you would try, there's one fast guy who works there, he will be able to catch you in one shoe. So don't try.
ಕೇಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು
ಫುಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಲುಕ್ಸ್ ಬಾಯ್ ಹೇರ್ ಗರ್ಲ್
सब लोग साइड में
बहुत गर्मी हो रहा है ना so because of me
ಇವ್ರು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ
ಯಾರು
ಗೈಡು
ಇವರು ಹಾಂ ತುಂಬ ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಮುझे भी हाथ पकड़ कर उतारो
तुझे
I don't like भैया I think I had a shape quite funny all right thank you sorry right like sort of
You're lucky.
ಬಸಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿಲಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೀ
ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ತೂಲೆ ಫುಲ್ ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಮುತ್ತುಡು ಇನ್ನಿತ ವೀಡಿಯೋ ಹಿಡಿತೆ ಇಂಕ್ ಸ್ವೀಡನ್ ದಕ್ಕಲು ಕೆಲವೇ ತಿಕ್ಕಿರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಸೊ ಅಕಲ್ನೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ತಿರುಗಿಯೇ ಸೊ ಅಕಲ್ನೊಟ್ಟು ತಿರುಗದಾದ ಬಕ್ಕ ಅಕ್ಕಲು ಬೇತೆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಪೋದಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ವೀಡಿಯೋಡು ನಾನು ಬೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾತ ಪೋದಿತ್ತೆ ಅಕಲ್ನೊಟ್ಟಿಗೂ ಸೊ ನಿಕ್ಲಿಗೊಂದು ವೀಡಿಯೋ ಲೈಕ್ ಆತನಂದು ಪಂದು ಏನೋ ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ಮನ್ಪುಲೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮನ್ಪುಲೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮನ್ಪುಲೆ